It's been like 3 weeks? Or not, just 2 weeks, right?
I can't remember. What's today, the 16th? I think it might be 3. I think I didn't see you Labor Day weekend or last weekend, so I think it's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I think 3 or...
How's everything been?
Good. So I was thinking about like just all the progress and like what's different about her when we started versus now. And the heel definitely is like, it's so nice to walk her now. We have a nice time walking. I'm not like yelling at her all the time. I still feel like I can make my heel tighter, but you know, it's still, she's not pulling. The squirrels, still a nightmare on the way here. I had to go up to 80. Yeah, and I've gone up to 90 before because she just, and I've noticed too, she, socials, if I have just, because sometimes I take her out really quick in the morning just for the prong and we go back in, and like once or twice she's seen it with the prong and she doesn't really go crazy. I just turn around and she goes the other way. I notice when I have e-collar on, she tends to like push it more and I end up just cranking, I'm pressing, cranking until we get to 80, 90, and then she'll start barking like she's frustrated that this is happening. She wants to get the squirrel. So that's still like not, she sees a squirrel, she still wants to go after the squirrel, but at least I'm not getting thrown to the ground by her. I have this tool, so that's helpful. Recall is good. I've practiced long leash recall with her at a few places, and then like because I take her to the dog park out in DuPage County, like we go to Oak Brook, like Maze Lake, and so I have the e-collar on, but obviously I have her running free without the leash, but she comes like 99% of the time for me, and I don't even press this, she just comes. I mean, she doesn't really like care about other dogs too much. She just wants to play fetch and run around and play with Wilson, but she really doesn't want to play with other dogs. Like usually dogs will be interested in her, and she might find one or two sometimes.
It's like your guys are her pack. So she's like,
yeah, right, exactly. So, and then the shadows. So like yesterday, Jeremy, you know, Wilson's owner, watched her while I was at work, and everything was good. And then he sent me a video right before I got there, and they're just chilling, sleeping, whatever. She's passed out. I come in, and she gets really excited, and to have her not, you know, I don't want her jumping on me, so I'm just kind of making my body big and deterring her from doing that. So instead, she runs to the wall and starts staring at the shadow and whimpering at the shadows. And she does that when if I come home as the sun's setting, it's the same thing. So that's still an issue. So I just slap the e-collar on her and just do a tap, wait, see if that does anything. If not, crank it up, tap, wait. And then she usually settles down, but the e-collar has to be on for that. So those are all the things.
Okay. So the heel, what would you like to be tighter? Like what makes you think that could be tighter? Like what is the
it's me. It's my. I know it's on me. Like because you know she's not like right up against me. She might be like over here, and I'm not being super strict about having her right here. And then I get like, you know, I think I get in my human head. I'm like, well, she's a dog. I want to let her sniff. If she wants to sniff, she should be able to sniff. So like, I'll just like let her, and then, but I'm inconsistently, like sometimes I'm like, nope, heel, sit, okay, break, and then let her go sniff. Like I try to do that, but I'm not 100% consistent on that. And then sometimes like I just, especially at the beginning of our walks, I don't know, it's like, well, she probably just has to pee or poo, but sometimes she waits a whole block before she'll go number 2. So I'm like, do I just let her sniff around the whole block until she goes? Like, I don't know.
So there's 2 ways. It's would she poop in mid-walk? Like would she just stop and just poop?
As a puppy, she did. She doesn't really do that anymore. She sniffs, and I can tell she does this slow down kind of thing, and then I'm like, oh, she's about to go, and then it's slow, and so it's...
On the sidewalk?
No, usually it's always on the grass.
So what I would do is, you can take that block, like just break, you come out the house, let her do anything, nothing, then you can keep walking for that block, and then when she's pooped, then you can do heel, or if like, now I'm trying to walk, sometimes I'll do it with my dog, I'll do heel, and she's coming here, and I just go, and if I go at another spot where I think like, oh, she usually poops here, I'll still just stop first, and break. all on my terms,
Mm-hmm.
but I never allow sniffing. This gap is always closed for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I want my dog to sniff on the way back, I'll say break, and then she can pull me home.
Okay.
It just gets her sniff time.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause she loves the sniff.
Yeah.
So.
As long as you're making it black and white, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
Because the way heel works is that it affects everything.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start adding discipline to certain things, other things will go away. So if the heel is like right, it can have an effect on the shadows. It can have an effect on how you come home and everything. So we'll revisit the heel right now.
Okay.
What else? Anything else about the heel? Just like those potty stuff in the gap.
Yeah, I definitely have the gap.
Does she pass you or no?
Not usually. Not if I've got her in the heel and we've been doing it, she won't pass. That is better. Sometimes she does, not that often, but then I just turn around. I just tap and turn around.
What's the general range on your e-collar?
It's been about 40.
40, okay.
Between 35 and 45.
45?
Yeah, around there. I feel like the 35 doesn't do much for her at this point. I mean, sometimes, but I start there and then but I feel like I could probably start at 40. So.
What else did you say?
Oh, I talked about a lot of stuff. So
you said the heel first, then you went to
squirrels, maybe.
Squirrels. Oh.
The squirrel situation.
So the reason why the e-collar is making her want to get it more is because she's having a hard time understanding that this means no instead of go.
Okay.
So right now this probably means go to her, so she feels that some of the dogs want to go.
Okay.
Right? So if that's happening, because you see a squirrel and then you go to 90, or what do you do in that moment?
Well, right away, if usually I'm at 40, I tap just to because I'm in a panic, so I tap, and then I just start to crank. I'm just cranking it up and then tapping. So and then I'm lately, because it's so bad, I just crank it up, and it's usually between 75 and 90 when I press it, and then she's yipping, but still pulling until I get to about 80, 90. Okay. So
you're walking, she sees a squirrel, and then she's pulling you, and you're trying to tap to make her not pull anymore, right?
Yeah, to get her to focus on that versus the squirrel.
Okay. What do you usually end on?
80, between 80 and 90.
80 and 90?
Yeah.
And that gets her to come back to you.
Yeah.
And then what do you do after that?
And then I try to get her away from the squirrel, and then I get her to sit down and sit and heel sit next to me, so she knows she has to be next to me, and then we heel and walk, and sometimes I have to turn around, and I have to get her to refocus because she's just all over the place after that incident.
Okay. The next time, go back to the squirrel and just keep repeating that, because when you leave the trigger like that, it's technically not dealt with. You didn't finish.
Okay.
So once you get her back here, turn around again and keep it
towards the squirrel.
And what I would do is if you're walking that way and the squirrel here, and you're I'll just go around. That does nothing for Blair.
Right.
So I come back, I get her here, and I go again. She passes me again. Tap, tap, tap. Keep repeating.
Okay.
And then I pass the squirrel, and she's here. She's probably like this, right? But I passed it, no reaction.
Okay.
And then she burns. Okay, nothing happened there.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
So she just needs more experiences of passing the squirrel and nothing happening.
Yeah.
Instead of correcting for seeing the squirrel and all that stuff.
And then trying to get away from it, because that's my instinct. That's been my instinct for a year. Is just.
And it's probably going to be harder because if it happened now. Right,
yeah, it's embarrassing, and you're and she's yipping and she's squawking, and not even because of the e-collar, because of the squirrel. She's yelling at the squirrel, and the squirrel's just, instigating. It's just chattering at her, I mean, they're really mean. They're jerks. What do you?
So there could be a few things we can try. Is that when you start your walk, instead of starting at 30, you start higher, more focused. So when she sees a squirrel, if you start at I'm talking about 60, start 60, and you might hear her yell, then she's gonna be really close.
Yeah.
If she's a squirrel, and she might be too paranoid about this to worry about the squirrel. If not, it'll still help because we've created a certain amount of more cautious behavior in Blair. So that might help. But definitely, if she does have a moment, keep pushing her through it.
Okay.
Because it's like if I'm stressed about going to parties, but then I never go to a party, I'm never going to get over it.
Right.
But then if I make the decision, because right now, me and Jessica were talking about it, I had a lot of moments where like dogs were attacking. So like dog fight happened, I had to break it up, I got bit, and then after that a dog fight happened in the daycare area, and I had to break that up. And after that we had a Shiba who would redirect, because Shibas, when you train Shibas, they're more like primal.
Okay.
So they're not like your average dog, they're more like coyote. Imagine training a coyote or a wolf.
Okay.
That's how they are. So the Shiba was a mess, redirecting on me, and I was just very like,
you were starting
I was so like on edge all the time.
Yeah.
So I had to leash up a dog that was muzzled, and then like I was like clinching. Just like, you nervous? And like, yeah. The dog was muzzled, and I used a stick to put the leash on, but I didn't need that. I could have just done it, and he would have came out with it.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
And I was very like hesitant. So the only way I was able to get over it, I'm still here and there, I'm still flinchy.
Yeah.
It's just to keep doing it. So I did it. I still do everything I'm supposed to be doing. But if I just stop, I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get over it.
Right.
So with the squirrels, it's the same thing for Blair. That if we just keep avoiding it, she's never gonna get over it.
Yeah, that's true.
The squirrel here, we know, but we need to keep moving.
Right.
So that's what the ECOG is there for, just to keep her moving. Kind of help her disengage from that. So that's something to compare it to.
Yeah, that reminds me actually of a. Sorry, was it?
Oh, you're good.
Oh, that reminds me of the time where we have like a courtyard like in my space, and there's the sidewalk, the lawn area, then there's a tree, and we were inside, and I usually like I take the leash off and let her sniff around in the courtyard, and then I just do the recall as I walk in and she comes, and there was a squirrel chattering in the tree, but we were already like on the other side of the gate, and so she got all like, and I said sit, and I pressed the thing, and she sat down, and she just stared the squirrel down, but she didn't move. She stayed seated. She stared at it. The thing was chattering at her, and she just was kind of like, but she just stayed. And then I was like, okay, let's go, and she followed me into the apartment. So
okay,
yeah,
that's good. But I would have, because right there you did a sit, and then you did let's go, right? You said something.
Yeah, I said let's go, or yeah, probably let's go is what I might go to.
The issue there is we did obedience.
Yeah.
But she's still there, right?
Yeah.
So let's go. She'll leave. But what I would have done is just corrected this staring.
Okay.
Until she disengaged.
Okay.
And if she came to you, I'd still ignore her.
Okay.
And keep her in the yard for a little bit, and every time you see her go like this, correct it.
Okay.
So next time you see, is this in your yard?
It's like a courtyard. It's like between the two buildings that the property management shares. Yeah.
So I keep doing that, but then I wouldn't say sit or anything. I just start correcting that first.
Okay.
Then once you've gotten to disengage, then you can do.
So
right,
don't be impressed by the fact that she's just sitting and not barking. What?
Tap. Tap tap. Tap 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 tap. Wait. Tap 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 tap. What's the number?
40 right now.
70.
70?
Yeah. Tap. Tap. Wait. Tap. Wait. Tap. Tap. Pull off here.
Do what?
There we go.
Oh.
There.
She saw.
There's like another dog, because another dog, his name is Elio. We'd be on 127, and he's just like, just him, another dog, and a little bit of Blair are like the only dogs I've seen that on the Black Edition that they can take high powers, like kind of like nothing.
Yeah.
Do you find that you're stuck, like, oh no, because you're at 40, you're at 45 for your heel.
Yeah.
But for behavior, for the squirrel stuff, have you ever gone max?
No, I haven't. 90 is the most. But again, that's me running away, leaving. I wonder if I were to stay, if I would have to go
For
higher.
90, like, is it easy to get her to move?
I'm trying to think of like what happened like 20 minutes ago. No, I'm like pulling her, you know?
Yeah. That's still 70, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm still pulling her. I'm like pulling her leash to like get her away from it. So while tapping. So, I don't know.
So we'll see if you've seen the squirrels today.
Mm-hmm.
What was I about to say? What was I saying? Oh, you were saying courtyard.
Courtyard, the whole, yeah, I was setting the bar low by just rewarding her for not barking where I should have been, you know, not rewarding her, but I mean like being grateful that she wasn't barking at the squirrel and she's just sitting there but still staring, so she shouldn't be fixating on it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, should just be.
So there, even though like I don't know where the squirrel was, but she was like this, still no.
Yeah, when
she's
she.
probably looking for the squirrel.
Yeah.
So I'm correcting the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if we're letting the thought happen, she's still thinking about doing it. I'm pretty sure that squirrel came down in the courtyard. Boom.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm correcting this so that she sees the squirrel next and she's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is what happened to my dog. She was obsessed with cats. She's walking cat, and she was like trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're trying to see. But now she sees a cat, she's a care.
Yeah.
That's the first step, is the avoidance. That's what you're going to see.
Yeah.
But we haven't even seen the avoidance yet. Obviously, in my neighborhood where I used to live, there's stray cats all the time.
Uh-huh.
But with the squirrels, it's like here and there you'll see a squirrel. I think they're starting to come around more because it's fall.
Yes, yeah. And we've been having some stray cats too. She gets a little anxious about them. And bunnies at night. And the last 2 times I've gone, not the last 2 times, but in the last week, twice, I've seen rats in our courtyard. And I think I gotta let my landlord know about that one.
Yeah.
But because they put the dumpster in the courtyard, and it's like a big courtyard, but the dumpster's in there, yeah, and the garbage. So, but she went after a rat yesterday, like last night. I mean, I was or 2 nights ago, you know, again, letting her run around the courtyard, like, and then I leash her and we go out, and she just like went, you know, crazy and started like prancing and running up and down, and you know, I had to grab her, but and then I saw the rat scurry across. Like, oh, so gross. Please don't catch that. Please don't catch that. So, yeah.
So heel, the squirrels, again, just pushing more. And being more strict of, if you look at a squirrel, you're getting tapped on 80 or 90 already.
Mm-hmm. The other thing was recall.
And the vocalization.
Oh, the vocalization. Yeah.
It's just continuing it, like the pressure, until she disengages. Because the vocalization is just frustration, like from the squirrel. She wants to get the squirrel, but she can't. So the higher you go, the more uncomfortable she's going to think, oh, okay, it's not worth it. But she's not getting to the squirrel. Like if she went and got the squirrel, and let's say she's having it, and you're tapping, she's probably not going to let go.
Yeah.
But here, she hasn't even gotten the squirrel. She hasn't gotten the reward yet. So it should be easier for her to just let it go, instead of like, if she breaks from it and she's chasing it, that chase could be worth it to her. Do you find yourself going slowly up to 80, or do you just jump to 80? Oh no, you said you jump now, right?
I've been jumping the last few times because, yeah.
So jump to try 95 next time.
Okay.
You're stuck there. Okay, 95 didn't work, wasn't enough. 100, and then 105. Keep going up and up and up until you see it become either easier or she just stops. So if you find 105 to actually stop, okay. I wouldn't lower it. I'd still keep it at 105 for squirrels. And you keep doing it until you see that she just doesn't look at squirrels anymore. Always 105. Because there's no point of, okay, 105 worked. 105 worked. All right, let's try lower, because you're gonna be stuck. Yeah. That's a lot of owners, if they're dealing with reactivity. And that e-climb needs to go. And they're like, okay, we saw a little bit of progress, we'll lower it, because now she's yelping. But then they're gonna end up going back up.
Yeah.
Back to first place. So we had to stick on 110 for like 2 weeks, and that's when they saw the most progress. Right? But those are only for special cases where you need to be on a high note for certain things. And Blair, I can kind of see that she might be that case where squirrels, you're just going to be at 100 or something like that.
Yeah.
Forever. Like not forever, but like for a long time.
Yeah.
Until you see her just stop it.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just going to be a waste of time if you're going back and forth. What else?
Can I ask about cats for a second? We're talking about like things she wants to run after. Cause like my mom has a cat, and so when I come home, go visit in New York, it's like cat goes away, and you know, my mom's kind of like, I miss the cat. But the cat is brave, like wants to see Blair, and then Blair just does a little move, and then the cat runs, and then she runs after, because it's a game. But then I have another friend's cat that I watch sometimes here in Chicago that's super chill, you know, doesn't run away, and Blair's just like, oh, okay, like whatever. Like, so it's not even about like the cat, it's like the like you say, it's like the movement, right? So I just gotta, when it comes to like if I come home for the holidays and with the e-collar with the cat, like should I do kind of a similar thing like with the squirrel, like just have her not fixate on it, keep the e-collar on when the cat's around so she doesn't fixate until it becomes not a big deal, right? Okay.
Don't do obedience there either in the home for cats.
Don't do what?
Obedience, so don't, place won't fix it.
Oh, right.
If she's not in place, she's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
You want to correct, get straight to the point of, does a cat ignore it?
Yeah.
But it'd be the same thing, tapping like that, like how she was looking, and we're still tapping.
Yeah.
I'm tapping fast because 70 wasn't enough technically.
Yeah.
So that's why we're fast tapping, and then she looked away. And then she looked away.
Yeah.
So it'd be the same thing for the cat. But
okay.
it's just she just has really good, really like high prey drive. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just if a bunny was here laying down, she probably wouldn't care.
No.
But if the bunny took off, she'd just take off.
Yes.
Just like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah. Yep. Totally. It's totally it.
Recall's good, you said.
Recall's good, but again, this is on me. I'll admit it. I'm not like, because when I'm at the park and I'm walking, you know, and she might be off doing, and I'll be like, you know, Blair, come, and she just comes running, and I'm walking, and as long as I don't do the whole like, I don't stop, have her sit.
Oh, you do Blair come, and then you continue.
And I'm walking, and she'll just look, and she'll follow me, and she'll run after me, and then she'll just stay by me while I keep walking, but I don't make her sit. Because I think because for the last year at the dog park, at this dog park in Oak Brook, that's what I've been doing. So it's hard for me.
Are you trying to do a recall, or are you just trying to, like, let's say you're out here, and are you trying to do an actual recall, like here, come sit, or are you just trying to get her to not go over there?
Or just try to get her to stick with me is really,
so different. So
okay.
For that, you wouldn't say Blair come.
Okay.
All you would do is start low, or at the number you are, since she's not, because sometimes, so if I'm trying to create a boundary, and I see she's probably heading over there to the kids, I tap until she comes back to me. Mm-hmm. But I don't say anything, I don't reward her, I'm just doing your thing, like you just kind of walk around.
Okay.
So everywhere she goes, you start tapping, but you don't want to start at a high number because if you tap too high, she might run to you, come to you, and then sit.
Right.
Recall, but you don't want recall. So if she does that, you just ignore her, and then she'll be thinking, man, like, I got tapped, I did recall really nice for you, and you're ignoring me.
Yeah.
I won't do it next time. I'll do half-ass.
Yeah.
So that's what we want. We don't want recall. We just want a boundary. You do low numbers and do what you're doing. Because if you're saying Blair come, you're technically not doing a recall, right? But if you're doing a boundary, you don't need to say anything. It's just tapping.
Okay.
Because it's like 30 feet, 40 feet is like good for me. So if she passes that boundary, I start tapping, and she should come to me, but I ignore her.
Okay.
Just letting her know you don't go that far. That's all.
Okay.
So if you're trying to do an actual recall, then you're correct. You're doing it. You're not having her finish it.
Yeah.
The day you need recall, she's gonna realize, okay, we've practiced recall a bunch of times, and recall was I come to mom and we walk away somewhere. If you keep drilling out, you come sit.
Right.
Then she knows when she hears come, she needs to do these certain things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So.
And it won't affect the recall if you're starting this tapping and ignoring.
Okay. That just gets her to like be like, where are you, and kind of thing. Okay.
Come over here, but don't come to me. Just stick to me.
Okay, because that was the other thing with trying to do, as you were talking, I was thinking about these other situations with her when I take her to the parks with a long leash. She really stays by me. Like she won't, I try to ignore her and I want her to go sniff so I can practice the recall. And she just...
Like here?
I've only done it like once or twice here. I've gone to Junkiel Park, I went to Lincoln Park, and she just doesn't, like she won't leave, and I'll kind of walk away and she'll just follow me, like she'll stick with me. So I don't know like how to encourage when she's on the leash. If she's not on the leash, she'll, and this is in the dog parks, I don't really let her off leash if it's not a fenced in area, but you know, off leash she'll do whatever. But even the long leash, she's like she's on a short leash with me.
So even if you go to a new park, she's still.
Even if I what?
A new park where you haven't practiced recall.
Yeah, like I mean, she doesn't go far. I mean, she goes. I did practice at Lincoln Park. She went maybe from here to the tree, and I practiced that from there. But she won't go much further than that, you know. So.
Are you? Because one I'm thinking is that you're probably drilling it out because as soon as you see an opportunity to do it, you're probably doing it. So then her, she's like, man, every time I give space, she calls.
Yeah.
So then I'm just stay here.
So
what I would do is spend you give recall a break and just have her realize you can go over here, and then she's probably gonna be a little iffy. She's like, oh, nothing happened. And just letting her get used to long leash phase, disengage from you. And I wouldn't walk straight like this because she's probably gonna think heel.
Yeah.
So I'd probably like go like this.
Yeah.
Like not make any sense.
I've been like sitting down and stuff and just trying to ignore her. But the other, that's right. When we were at Lincoln Park, because I have a 30-foot leash, and there was a few times where she's just like pulling, like trying to. So then I was like, well, should I recall? And so she's not just being like, she's not just tugging at the leash. So I did just recall when she started to pull on the leash. I don't know if that's the right thing or not, though.
If you're trying to recall, then yeah. But if you're just trying to stop the pulling, I'd keep moving forward and then just tap.
Okay.
Because if she's on, like, when dogs are on break, and then let's say my dog starts pulling this way, but I don't want to recall, I just don't want her to pull me, I can stand here.
Okay.
She should just kind of close in. She'll close in.
Okay. Okay.
And if she does it again, it's usually like, I did it, because my dog doesn't pull, like, I walk dogs in daycare for potty breaks, and she's just pulling all the time. So every time my dog's 3 months old, every time I felt pressure, I tap to correct it. Tap. 3 months. So then she's super sensitive to pressure, so if I pull this way, she immediately goes.
What kind of dog do you have?
German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, for Blair, if she starts pulling, like, I don't care, just pulling, I just don't want the pulling in general, so I would just tap. But low numbers again, because if you're too high, you'll get that, you'll cause too much, she'll be too paranoid. And she'll be like, okay, don't pull, don't go over everything. I need to.
Yeah.
I swear a lot. My brain is like,
it's okay.
it's going faster.
Yeah.
But you're gonna cause her to think that I did something wrong. I need to be here because I don't want to feel that again. But if you're at low numbers, she'll probably be like, okay, whatever, I'll go this way.
Okay.
But yeah, you can like get very like nuanced. You can create a lot of things.
Right.
Any other questions? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was wondering about all that stuff too, because like, you know, I won't be comfortable for a while to do any like off-leash hiking or anything. You know, like I want to make sure I understand all this and rewatch these videos and everything. But yeah, because I was wondering that, like, how do you know, right? Like, how do you know if it's like, how does she know by the tapping what she needs to do, depending on the different things if I'm not saying anything? Like, and I was thinking about, so like, but you answered my question. Like you know, far away, I don't need her to come and sit. I just need her to just come closer, lower tapping, you know? So like, okay, so that makes sense. And then for place, and admittedly, I didn't really do a lot of place work with her these last few weeks. But I was wondering too, like if I'm not saying place, that's just leash pressure, right? Because it's leash pressure tap to get her on there.
That was, so if you go home and like you get a new bed, then you do everything over again where it's leash pressure tap.
Yeah.
Tap. And then the next step, if that's consistent, then leash is slack, and you tap first because we want to make sure that the e-collar, this is the one that's making her go to the bed, not this. So once we're tapping, she's going, tap, she goes, tap, she goes. Then, once that's consistent, then we call that place. Place, tap. She doesn't, if I say place, she doesn't go, I know that if I tap, she'll go anyways. So she's starting to recognize there's a sequence. I hear place, I don't do anything, I get tapped, I go here, it's done. So, okay, next time I hear place, I'll just go to avoid that tap and all that moment of uncomfortable feelings.
So if we're inside or we're even outside with an outdoor bed thing, and like, how does she know the tap means place, not come to me? Like if I tap her,
So are you here, and then she's over there and place is over there?
Yeah, let's say for situation's sake, like how does she know to go to place, not to go to me?
It would be a cue.
Okay.
So if I say place, she comes to me, tap, 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 I grab the leash, I boost her there.
Okay, so that's me saying it at that point, not relying on just this.
Well, let's say she's there, and I'm here, and I tap, I'm expecting that dog to go to place first.
Because she's closer.
That's the closest answer.
Okay.
But if I'm here, and she's here, I start tapping, I'm expecting to get closer to me.
Yeah.
But if I keep tapping, she's probably going to look around, and if I slowly start making my way this way, she'll
Yeah.
get place. She'll
Yeah.
get there.
Okay.
That's a good question. It's just there's just blending stuff together. Of either a heel or a place. Like you can do heel around your place bed, which you shouldn't go, but dogs tend to just jump to place because they're by it. They feel the pressure if they're passing or lagging or anything like that. And I slow to stop, place, and then heel, place, heel, place, heel. And we'll blend other things like place, heel, stay, or like place, heel, stay, walk around, place, and then break, stay, and then doing all this other things together with this setup. This is the hardest setup. If there's an answer, if there's a picture here, the picture is if she's seeing an answer, she's probably gonna opt for that because that's very clear. This has been in the answer for a while, so let's just go here. But it's not in heel or stay, anything like that. Because sometimes I'll bring a dog here, and when we're blending commands for our boarding trains, I say down, and they go there. But they've been doing down great. It's just that something's been said, there's the answer, I'm gonna go there. So I'm there, tap, 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 making down. And we keep repeating, place, break, down, place, break, down. Does it make sense?
I think so.
Any other questions?
With the place, that's like a lower, you start low and then go higher if...
It's just her working number.
A working number, okay, that's right.
35, whatever.
Yeah, okay, that's what okay. Yeah, all right, I think that's it.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we've been doing duration. She gets stressed, so she'll start salivating a lot. Then after a while, she calms down.
Oh, at daycare? Yeah.
So it's something we've been practicing a lot just to kind of get her over that.
Okay. Does she ever do treadmill at daycare anymore, or?
I think she does. All our treadmills have been breaking.
Oh no.
We only have one.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a good size, so we'll just rotate dogs there.
I remember the first time I took her there, and I think someone posted a video on the Instagram account, and she just was like, "What is happening?" It was so funny.
It helps dogs a lot.
Yeah, yeah. She's got so much energy. So yeah.
What else? So what did you? This is our last class.
Yeah.
What did you want to? Is there anything specific you wanted to go over or cover or learn?
I don't think so. I feel like just a lot of clarifying questions were good, and I can go back and watch this, video if I'm like, what did he say again?
Do you watch your own videos?
I have, yeah. Well, I was watching the place one the other day because I was like, oh, I got to practice that, and I watched it, but then I didn't get around to doing it, with her. But
I have a video.
What's that?
I have a video. No, never mind. It's not teaching.
No.
We made a video for a dog named Klaus. Of overview of all commands. This is heel. We do heel. But we don't teach it. This is place. And we just show what it's supposed to look like as a finished product. But that wouldn't help because you were trying to how do we do it again? How do we do it again, right?
Yeah, and how do I do it the right way with this? So.
So yeah, what did you? Is there anything? Because we can do long leash work if you want. We're just doing long leash heel in that area.
Yeah, maybe we should because I still feel like I'm not very confident with that. Yeah.
20 minutes.
Oh, it's 20 minutes? Yeah. Place or maybe. Okay, so maybe long leash heel, and then I know you told me this already. I can take her off the long. I just stare when I talk. Somewhere. I just stare. I just start staring to figure out my thoughts. I have to look at something not moving. I don't know. And so for long leash, I know you told me just do that. Don't take off the leash and do heel off long leash until it's very consistent, right? Might be months before we're ready to go somewhere with the beach or whatever. So Yeah, so I guess maybe if we do some of that, because I just feel like I still don't quite know exactly what I'm doing, or if I'm doing, like I was sharing with you at the different parks and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right.
What we'll do is we'll do long leash. We'll let her run around first, see if we can get a recall in.
Okay.
Before we do heel, because if you start off with heel, let's say we do heel first.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, let's try recall. Let's see if she'll disengage.
She's gonna just stay with me. Yeah. Okay.
But to get rid of the long leash, I'd probably see how she handles squirrels first. Mm-hmm. Right, because if she's off leash and we see a squirrel and she still wants to get him, that's. Yeah.
I know. That's what holds me back too.
Also do a phase because it's long leash dragging.
Okay.
And then no leash, and then obviously these are all done in specific areas. So long leash unenclosed, long leash drag unenclosed, long leash dragging enclosed, and then no leash enclosed, no leash unenclosed areas.
Okay.
So like your backyard or
you
your
build
courtyard,
it. Yeah.
That's a good opportunity to practice either your phase is there, fenced in.
Yeah.
I would do a little bit of off leash heel there, just getting her used to it with no leash.
Off leash heel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can start practicing it now because it's enclosed.
Right.
So you can start that, depending on how your long leash heel looks.
Okay.
So if the long leash heels are like, damn, this is good. You can either let it drag, wow, it's really good still, then take it off.
Okay.
But it has to be really consistent because you can get to a point where maybe you take that leash off, and maybe if she gets confused, if the dog runs, maybe she gets confused and runs to like the corner, you have to keep tapping.
Okay.
So she gets out of that.
Okay.
Because here she is shutting down and trying to get away from it, and we don't ever want that. So you need to keep the pressure up. Either with the long leash phase or no leash, you need to keep the pressure.
Okay.
The long leash, you just slowly pull her out, but keep tapping.
Keep tapping.
You want that equine to make her do.
Okay.
I've never seen that though when we were practicing long leash.
Yeah. All right. What do you got on your? What are you doing? What is that?
I have a hair they're gonna bring me an e-collar. Where's that?
All over your face. Just chilling. Just chilling, huh? Oh, thanks. Oh, now we're excited, huh?
Is that you?
I was telling her, now we're excited. She's getting curious. Okay. You know what? I'm going to throw this up here too. Just to...
Oh, we're going to go over there.
Oh, we are? Okay. Oh, right, right.
Mind. We'll move. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there is.
Did you try and move over there? See that like wide open area?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why I brought the big police hat. Oh, that don't take it off.
Which one? That black one?
Yeah. It looks like you tried to grab him real quick.
Lots of dogs. Lots of dog training going on. Yeah, she's been doing that.
Just shaking?
Yeah.
Did you tap?
Just today. I didn't tap, no.
Oh, bug.
There's a bug there, yeah. But she just the whole walk here, it was like a 15-minute walk, and she just kept shaking. But I don't know, does it look too loose right now? Because I feel like it's kind of bouncing.
I'll check the fitting.
But I made it a notch tighter, and that just seems so tight. So I don't know. Surprised we could even find a spot. It's so
nice spot.
busy, yeah.
So, Tyler, your team is out there. Let's go. Hey,
How your team's out run?
where are you coming from? Alright, I'm gonna send you a location. I'm right by the playground. You know what the playground is? Oh, that's
You get some background music.
There's like a jazz band here sometimes. Like that.
Oh, on Friday evenings, I think, right? Isn't there usually? Or Saturday nights?
I've seen some on Sundays.
Okay.
So, watch the score right there.
Oh, should I,
Go to 80.
should I tap?
Grip. Yeah, tap. 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 Tap, tap. Tap. There we go, wait. Tap, tap, tap. Good, wait. Tap. Tap. Good.
That squirrel is staring her down.
So here, this is fine.
Okay. Yeah, what's
But
this?
this is shut down.
This is, okay.
So we'll keep her back here.
Uh-huh.
Tap. Wait. There. That's what I want.
Okay.
So here. Tap. 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 Wait. Tap. Wait. There. Tap. 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 Wait. Good.
There's a dog there now.
Tap.
They bring it down a bit, or?
No.
No?
Because we're gonna be stuck.
Oh, right,
Then we're
right.
gonna go like tap. And
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we'll go to 80. Wait. Good. Oh, you got the squirrel.
Yeah, there's a dog chasing the squirrel over here, yeah. She's like, why can he do it and I can't?
That's fine.
Okay. She's looking at the dogs now, I think.
She's looking at the dogs.
Yeah.
That hasn't been an issue for you?
What's that?
Dogs?
No,
Okay.
no.
But that's what you're gonna want to be doing. When you see the squirrel, disengage first, then go back.
Okay.
As you're walking, if I see that tap, tap, and she might be like this, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'll stop, let her disengage, and then like I'll walk maybe, probably best to do it in an angle. Because if I'm walking forward, she can't really avoid it.
Yeah.
So I start walking like an angle,
Mm-hmm.
one to the side, and making sure that she's not looking that way. And 80, that was 80, right?
Yep.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Still a lot of tabs. Did we ever start 70 here?
No, no.
We just jumped to 80.
We just jumped to 80 because I was at 40.
There was not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I went back down to 40 or whatever, but then I didn't use it at all till that squirrel situation.
Okay. So now she's probably gonna be glued to you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and hold the end of the long leash.
Okay, let go of this?
Yes.
Okay. Where is the end? Okay.
Good. For the end, get the thumb lock there. Good.
Okay.
Good. If she bolts, what I would do is just like do this.
Yeah.
And then keep that thumb lock face to you.
Okay.
So if it pulls, it's just going like that.
Okay.
And then having like this stance would help you not go forward.
Right.
Because before, I think it was around you, and it was like this, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So if that happens,
Yeah.
just hold your.
Oh, because we
ground.
were talking and all of a sudden it was like squirrel and then she just like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Good. So
But now I don't think she'll.
right now she's actually not with you.
Yeah, that's
So I
true.
start walking around. Like, take a few steps.
Yeah.
Back, and we'll go down to 40.
Okay.
Okay. Just keep walking around.
Okay. It's not looking at her really, right? Just kind of.
So So right here, you can do a recall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Blair, come.
Move back, move back.
Oh, that's right.
Good. And then hold right there. And tap.
Good girl. Okay. And then it's break, right? Yeah, break.
You need to recall that one.
Blair, come.
Good. Good job. Now here, wait. And
Good girl. Good job.
So here, when you say break, grab the short leash and like boost her to me.
Okay. Okay. Blair, break.
Recall whenever you're ready.
Okay. Blair, come.
Tap, tap, tap. So here, tap, tap, move back, tap,
Oh.
tap. Because we didn't say break, right?
Right.
Good. Here, right there.
Good girl. Oh.
Tap, back, tap, 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 tap. Good.
Good girl.
Tap, move back, tap, 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 tap. What's this number?
40.
Go to 50.
Okay.
Thank you. Tap, move back, tap. Good. Hold. What's she doing now? What's she doing now?
Is she ignoring you?
Yeah.
Trying to ignore you, right? Because she's like, you're gonna.
Her back's to me now.
Yeah.
So here, go and go to heel position.
Okay, so do I have to, should I move her to heel position or should I just move myself? Okay. Okay. All right. You're all tangled, girl. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I haven't said the B word yet.
The what?
B-R-E. Yeah.
Give her more leash. Right about there.
Okay.
And then you're gonna say heel, and then where the leash is at now, you're gonna just like walk over it so the leash is behind you.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, heel, left leg.
All right, heel.
Make a left turn to me. Tap. Good. Keep moving forward. Head back towards like the placemat. Good.
Oh, and this is the beginning of like the long leash
Oh yeah, yeah.
or off leash healing. Oh, now, oh, never mind, she's there.
Turn to your right. Tap. Keep going, keep going, keep
Oh.
going. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Good. So go that.
See how it's like not like
Tap.
it's not, you know,
It's the way
there's,
you're moving.
it is.
Here, just walk straight. Yep. Tap, tap. What's the number 50?
Yeah.
We'll jump to 60.
Yeah.
There she goes. Good. Come back to me. Good. Walk a little faster here. Tap. Now turn to me. Tap. Tap. Good. Good job. Good. Walk faster again. Good job. Turn to your right. Good. Tap. Walk faster. Tap. 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 Good. Slow. Slower. And then stop right here. Good.
Good girl.
That's 60.
That was, yeah, 60. Mm-hmm.
Try 7.
Okay.
From here, you don't say heel, obviously.
Okay.
You're going to turn this way. Like just an automatic turn.
Okay.
Have you ready?
Okay.
Tap. A sharp right. Tap. Tap. Good. Slow. Left turn. Good. And stop out of nowhere, no slow down.
Ooh, good girl.
Whenever you're ready, walk forward. Right turn. Better. Tap. Tap. Good. Turn to me. Tap. Tap. Good. Good job. Good. Tap. Tap. Good job. Good. Our right turn. Good job. Tap. 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 Tap.
Oh, she's over here.
For your left side.
What's that?
There you go. Tap. There you go. There.
I thought she was behind me. I'm like, oh, she's way over there.
Slow to a stop.
Good
There.
girl.
She got confused.
Yeah.
She was like this.
Yeah.
If that happens, you did the correct thing. If she's here, I'll do this to keep my left side with her. She knows your left side is healed. She sees your right side, she doesn't know what that means. So she's like, what do I do? She looked at you, she's like, what's going on? And as soon as she turned that way, tap, 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 she shot right away.
Yeah.
70, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready, you walk forward. And there you go, yeah.
Oh.
Tap.
Oh, dear.
You can walk that way. Oh, no.
Okay.
There you go, yeah.
Okay.
Tap, tap, tap.
Over here, Blair.
Tap. And go ahead and put that leash in your right hand.
Oh, right.
Good.
Where's the... Oh.
Good. And then drop that left hand with the leash and then step over it. Good. And then move forward. And you can go in this area.
Okay. Oh, dog crap.
Dog poop.
Yeah.
Tap. Keep moving forward. Turn to your right.
Oh, dog poop, more dog poop.
Tap.
Just there. I just don't want your leash to get on it.
Okay, we'll go back this way.
Okay.
Tap. Good.
Yeah, there's like a...
Okay. Yeah, just head back this way. Good job. Good. Do an abrupt 180 to your right. Speed up here. Tap. Good job.
There you go.
Walk faster. And abrupt 180 to your right. Tap. Good. Slow walk. Slower. And stop. Move forward. So there.
Yeah.
Almost stop. So she sat, and then you move forward. She sat again.
Yeah, okay.
Take one step forward. Good.
Good girl.
So it's mostly the number that's making her really like focus.
Okay.
Because as soon as we start increasing it, you even said, whoa. She
Yeah.
just sat right up, like super fast.
Yeah.
Next to you.
Yeah.
So there could be a few reasons why that number is the number now. Squirrels, everything going on, that's part of the number. There's only one other model, I believe, that's stronger. It's 3500.
Okay.
But they discontinued it. I'll see, because I know we're selling a 2 or 3, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because this is rare, where 70 is not really. Usually 70 is like, right?
Yeah.
But she's just like, right.
Right.
But that's just Blair, you know. It's not like.
Yeah.
There's not pain hiding behind anything. It's just that's just what her number is.
Yeah. And we still have, what, 40 more numbers to go, right? 127, so.
It's not that much, honestly.
Okay.
I imagine if something happens, 127 continuous, right? Because continuous is stronger.
Oh, continuous is this button? Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
So we did a little bit of scroll stuff. You saw me walk to it.
That was helpful.
She didn't lunge or anything. I
Yeah.
Tap, you know?
That was at what, 9? Was that a 70 or 90? 80, okay.
This is 70.
Yeah.
What else? Any other questions?
I don't think so. I mean, it was good to see that. It was good to practice the long leash.
That's what it should look like. Like if I'm walking, because this is a training session. This
Yeah.
is not a walk.
Right.
So I don't expect you just out of nowhere to do this.
Right.
Walk.
Right.
If you're doing a training session, you can do these abrupt turns and tap. Like any time you see a gap between you and Blair, tap.
Okay.
It's so strict so that she's that glued to you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think it's been helpful.
You always have us to contact and everything if you have any questions.
Yeah.
If you ever want more classes to learn more, try just the 3-day bundle we have.
Okay.
We provide additional 1 class if you want as well.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, I feel like I just need to practice all this stuff consistently, and like I said, go back, watch the videos to like remember what was said to me by you. So yeah, so thank you. It's been helpful.
You can always watch board and train or daycare and train week 2 long leash phase, and you'll see I'm blending stay, sit down, play all the long leash.
Blair, heel. Come on.